So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through, I'm going to take you through one of my leg workouts. And after that, I'm going to go grocery shopping. And after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan for Blueprint 67. So I'm going to walk you all through how I calculate my macros and also an easy way how I show my clients how to calculate their macros too. So sit back, enjoy, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Let's get it. Okay, so back from the gym, back from grocery shopping. Now time to get into showing you all how I calculate my macros. So if you don't know what macros are, they're short for macronutrients, which are the three major nutrients that make up all the food that we eat. So those are protein, that's your carbs, and that's your fats. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all how I'm gonna calculate this for myself, and then this is also the way I do it for my clients as well. So with me doing this, the reason why I'm doing this is because, like I said, in my previous video for Blueprint 67, the way I'm doing my nutrition plan is I'm doing what's called flexible dieting, right? So I'm not following like a set meal plan. This is how I'm going to be able to keep it flexible and keep it fun. Me personally, I don't really like set meal plans where you have to eat the same shit every day. They don't really work for me. It doesn't work for my clients. And so this is why I really enjoy flexible dieting and the whole method of tracking your macros, because it keeps it fun. You can have different kinds of foods. You can have fun with it. You can go out and enjoy yourself like at a restaurant without feeling guilty because you learned how to track your macros. You can have a drink, within the Blueprint 67. One of the rules is, you're limited to one alcoholic drink a day, right? And so you can do that when you learn how to track your macros, because everything that we eat, everything that we consume consists of these three different macronutrients. And when you learn how to balance this out to make it work for you, the game, it gets even more fun rather than being born. Like I say, having to eat the same shit every day. I know some of you probably been there where you follow the quote unquote meal plan, and it was, eggs and probably turkey bacon for breakfast. So you had a rice cake with a slab of peanut butter for a snack, and then you had, ground turkey with some veggies and rice for lunch, and then you probably had like a chicken with, a sweet potato and some kind of rice or something, or like broccoli or something like that for dinner, right? Like the same thing every day. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that works for some people, right? But for me, myself, and for my clients, I coach lifestyle clients, we like to have fun with our food. We like to actually enjoy our food. And this is a way that we've been able to go about it that helps us to be able to do so. So, like I said, we able to, get results and also at the same time, you know, not have to give up our favorite foods because we learned how to track macros. So with that being said, let's get into how I actually calculate my macros. Okay, so calculating macros one-on-one. So first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out what my maintenance calories are. And all that means is I'm gonna figure out how many calories does it take for me to consume per day to maintain my current weight. So as you all seen this morning, I weighed myself, I was 199.5 pounds. I'm gonna figure out just about how many calories I need to consume each day to maintain that weight. Now, the number that we're gonna come up with is not an exact. There's no way to get 100%, but we're gonna get as close as we can as possible. So pretty much it's gonna be a guesstimation. Number two is gonna be figuring out how many grams of protein that I need per day. This is gonna be the most important macronutrient out of the three. So that's why that's gonna be the first one that we figure out. Then number three is gonna be figure out how many grams of fat that I need per day. This is important, y'all. Like, do not skip this. You need fat, your body needs fat to function. And then number four is gonna be how many grams of carbs I need per day. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna figure out the maintenance calories, meaning, you know, how many calories I need per day to maintain my current body weight. Like I said, you can use the same formula for yourself. This is what I use for myself, this is what I use for my clients. This isn't the only way to calculate this, but it's what I found works best for me and what I found works best for my clients, and it's super simple to do, okay? So first thing we wanna do is I'm gonna take my body weight, I'm gonna times it by a range, okay? And I'm gonna express to you what this range means. So my body weight this morning was 199.5 pounds, okay? Now, we're gonna times it by this range of 14 to 16, okay? This range right here is what's called an energy expenditure, okay? So energy expenditure, not expenditure, energy expenditure. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my body weight, which was 199.5 pounds this morning. I'm gonna times it by this energy expenditure of 14 to 16, okay? Now, this energy expenditure is going to depend on pretty much like how active you are throughout your day, like how active you are as your lifestyle. 14 is going to be more sort towards like maybe, you know, you work out a couple times a week and, you know, you sit at a desk, like you have a desk job. 16 is going to be like you're very active, like maybe you work a factory or warehouse job, you're on your feet all day, or like you're a UPS or a mailman, something like that, and you also, you know, you work out, right? So you're going to be up this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and calculate both of these right here. So I'm going to take 199.5 times 14. It's going to be 2,793. 199.5 times 16. It's going to be 3,192. Okay. Now, for me, what I'm going to do is I think I'm like in between. So I'm going to go with 15 is where I'm at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what is the in between point between 2,793 calories and 3,192. This is going to be my starting point. So in order for me to maintain the current weight that I'm at right now, which is 199.5 pounds, this is how much I need to eat on a daily basis, give or take, to maintain the current weight. Okay, now we have what would be considered my guesstimated maintenance calories, right? Which is 2,992 calories. Okay, so now we're at a point we decide, do I want to go and I want to lose weight or I want to gain weight? Okay, so we have a spectrum here. Okay, this side is going to be the losing side, this side is going to be the gaining side. In the middle, we have maintenance, which is pretty much, you know, maintaining, right? Now, for me personally, I'm going to be in a phase of gaining. But if you were someone who's in the phase of losing weight, here's what I would recommend you do. Once you find your maintenance calories, okay, you want to subtract between 300 to 500 calories per day from this number, right? For me, I'm going to add 300 to 500 calories per day. So if you want to go like a moderate route, start with 300 calories. But if you want to go a little bit more aggressive, then go to 500. I wouldn't recommend any more than 500 calories, but start there and then we'll kind of go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of those end of the spectrum numbers on this board so you can get a better idea of what I mean. So let's say if I was to want to lose weight right now, I would take 300 calories off of I would take 5,000 calories off of 2,992. So take 500 off. It's going to be 2,492. So it's going to give us a range, right? Because no one's going to hit these calories like absolute. So it's best to have a range in regards to what you're doing. So 2,492 to 2,692 calories a day would be you being in what's called a caloric deficit. So this is how you would lose weight, is by being in a deficit, because now you're consuming less calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. So you were to eat this right here every day, around this amount of calories, and you would track, more likely than not, you would lose weight. But if not, you would just adjust your calories to be a little bit less, just like about 100 calories less than this, and then kind of track again from there. Now, going to the gain phase side of things, what I'm going to be doing for myself is 2,992 calories plus 300, right? So 3,292, and then add 500 to 3,492. So I'm just going to go with, in between there. I'm just going to say, actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to start with 500. So, because I'm really want to put on some size right now. My goal right now is to put on about 16 pounds over the course of the next 4 months. So I'm going to go with, that's 16 weeks. So I'm looking to go with, like I said, 500 calories a day. Now, the reason why I'm going with that as well is because 500 calories times 7 is 3,500 calories. Okay, so 500 calories times 7 is 3,500 calories, okay? It's gonna take 3,500 calories while in a deficit to lose a pound, okay? So let's say if you were minus 3,500 calories over the week, that's minus 1 pound, give or take, okay? If you were to add 3,500 calories, that's gonna be plus. That's ugly as fuck, hold on. That's ugly as hell, hold on. All right, it's gonna be plus 1 pound, okay? So give or take. So that's why I'm going with the 500 calories. Okay, so now that I know what my surplus calories are gonna be, right? 3,492. Now I need to figure out how much protein that I need per day, okay? So I'm in a surplus. To gain weight and figure out how much protein that I need is the next step. So I'm gonna use another formula, pretty much another range. It's gonna be my body weight, okay, times a range of 0.75 to 1.25. Now, the difference in these ranges are this right here. If you're someone who has a higher percent of body fat, let's say like you're like 25, 30% plus of body fat, then I would recommend you start on the lower end of 0.75. If you're someone a little more lean, has a little more muscle mass, then you could go with, 1 pound, or my bad, just say 1, right? And then you're someone who's really lean, like damn near, show ready kind of situation, then 1.25 would be where I would recommend someone to start with. So I'm gonna take my body weight, which is 199.5, and I'm gonna times it by 1, okay? So pretty much it's gonna be 1 gram per pound of body weight. So this is gonna stand for grams, okay? So this is gonna be 0.75 grams of protein per pound of body weight, or 1.1 gram per pound of body weight, or 1.25 grams per pound of body weight, okay? So I'm gonna go 199.5 times 1 gram of protein per pound. So really what I'm gonna go with is 200. I'm just gonna round up a little bit. 200 grams of protein per day. Okay, so next I wanna figure out my fat intake. Okay, so we're gonna do body weight times the range of 0.3, which is gonna be 30%, to 0.4, 40%, okay? Now, here's the spectrum here when it comes to which direction to lean, to lean towards. I would recommend 0.3 if you enjoy more carbohydrate heavy food. I would recommend going towards 0.4 if you recommend more fattier foods. I'm gonna go in between and go 0.35. All right. So we got 69.8. We're just we're gonna say 70 grams. Okay, now, so my carb formula is gonna be me just really figuring out how many calories I have left after calculating my protein and my fat, okay? So here's how we figure that out. For every gram of protein equals 4 calories, okay? So 4 calories per gram, all right? Now, for fat, it's gonna be 9 calories per every gram of fat, okay? Now, remember, at the top I have it written for my protein and my fat. Right now, my protein is at 200 grams. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 200, and we already know the math, times 4. It's gonna be 800 calories. Now my fat is gonna be 70 grams, okay? We're gonna times that by 9. So 70 times 9, 630 calories. Boom, okay? Now I'm gonna add these two numbers up. 1,430 calories, all right? 1,430 calories, ugly ass handwriting, but oh well, y'all can read that. Y'all can read that, right? Y'all can read that. Yeah, you can read that. So my carb is gonna come from the remaining balance that I have. So I'm gonna figure out how much I have left over. So I'm gonna subtract 1,430 from 3,492. Let's do it. 2,000 calories is what I have, 2,062 calories is what I have remaining for my carbs. Protein and carbs are the same as far as the calorie count. So for every gram of carbs, it's gonna be 4 calories as well. So now all I have to do is divide 2,602 calories by 4. It's gonna give me how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs I can have. It's gonna be 515 grams of carbs. Boom. Now, I may not hit this number exact every day, so here's what you do. Or here's what I'm gonna do, and here's what you can do as well. So for protein and carbs, plus minus 4 G's, 4 grams. For fat, plus minus 2 grams a day. Now, fiber. This is important, folks. Do not skip this. Get your fucking fiber in your nutrition plan daily. Eat your fiber. I'm gonna recommend 10 grams per 1,000 calories. I'm gonna need roughly around 30 to 35 grams a day. Do not skip this, folks. Get your fiber in. That is all. So that pretty much concludes today's video. Like I mentioned earlier, y'all, I just wanted to show y'all how I do, my nutrition part of things. Is also what I do with my clients as well. Like I said, there's no one way to do this. It's just the easiest way I found to do it, and the way that works for myself and for my clients as well. So if you do try it out, let me know in the comments. And also, if you want to see how I go about tracking, because I use my FitnessPal app. It's free. It's a free app. Well, it's not free no more. I lied. It's premium now to use it. But I use my FitnessPal to track my macros. So if you want to see a video on how I do that, drop some comments below. If you want to see a video on maybe even some meal prep, drop some comments down below. Or just have any ideas of what you want to see, in the coming videos. Just drop some comments down below. I'm always open to ideas. I love to do this. I love to teach. I love to show. I love to, let you into what I do. You feel me? So if you have any ideas, just drop them in the comments. So this is how I'm going about my flexible dieting approach. So I have fun with this because I don't plan on not drinking any alcohol. I do plan on like indulging here and there, but not every day. So my limit is 1 drink a day. And when I do have it, you know, I'll make sure to put it in here as well, which I didn't tell you all, but to calculate alcohol, okay, alcohol is gonna be, we would do 7 calories per gram. So to calculate that, what you would do is you would just pretty much determine if you want to put that towards like the fat or the carb way of doing things, never towards the protein. Your protein, you gotta make sure you hit that with like real ass protein. But the alcohol part of things, if you are tracking that, you put it towards either the fat or the carbs, really your choice. And like I said, each gram, it would be 7 calories. You just distribute it however you want to do. You can divide it in between the two as well and do it that way. Yeah, just a cheat code real quick for anyone who was wondering how to still have alcohol while you're doing this. That's how you do it. I'm excited. Got my schedule together. My workout split together. Nutrition side of things. I went grocery shopping earlier, got a few things. Like I said before, I appreciate you all taking this journey with me. I'm excited. If you're doing this with me, drop, you know what I'm saying, some comments down below. If you're not doing it on the same day as me, but you have a set that you're gonna do it, you know, drop a comment down below. I would love to support you, you know, while you're doing it, because I don't think this is a solo journey. I think this is a journey that's meant to be done with other people who push and support one another, you know what I mean? And so, like I said, if that's you, just drop a comment down below. I'd love to support you. So, with that being said, until next time, y'all have a blessed day, have an even greater week, and let's continue to win. Peace.